If you've ever played Elden Ring, you're probably looking for the fastest way to earn runes, because that way you can level up and also stand a chance to get close to becoming the Elden Lord. But wait, there is a hack where you can easily earn 1 million runes in just 1 hour. In this video, we are going to show you how. Before we get to the point, for most of you playing this magnificent game out there, Elden Ring is an extremely popular one, especially in the action role-playing game category. A recent analysis done by the NPD group, which basically tracks the number of monthly game sales, mentioned that this game is the year's best-selling game so far. Well, as statistics say, the game sold over 12 million copies in just a month of its release. Also, the game is developed by From Software and was published by Bandai Namco Entertainment. But the main thing that you probably want to know is that the main gameplay was actually written by a fantasy writer named George R.R. Martin. It was then directed by Hidetaka Miyazaki, a Japanese game director. The story of this gameplay has got millions hooked on it, and now you can play this game on many platforms, such as PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Windows, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S. Alright, now for the gameplay. If you're new to Elden Ring or you're probably trying to figure out what the game is about, the missions, the rewards, and so on, we're going to let you in just for a second here. So when you are in the game, you get to customize your player character. You must choose wisely because according to the character, you will be able to choose your weapons and spells, so choose wisely. The next is that you're going to be on a journey to repair the Elden Ring. You'll be roaming an interactive open world where you can use several combat techniques like magic spells, horseback riding attacks, and crafting to defeat enemies. And after you successfully do that, you become the Elden Lord. However, you should know that in between all this, you've got to make sure not to die, because if you do, you're going to lose a lot of runes. But hey, what are runes? Just like in any action role-playing game, there are rewards like coins, XPs, and more. In this game, we've got runes. Runes are the main currency of the game, as they can be used to level up skills, which include magic spells, enhance your weapons or gears to the highest level, and even buy items or gear in order to help you get closer to the game's main goal. That is to become the Elden Lord. So how do you earn runes? Oh wait, better yet, what is the fastest way to earn runes? And can you make your first million in just an hour? To be able to make 1 million runes in just 1 hour, we're going to have to break down the gameplay for you. As you know, when it comes to earning runes while playing Elden Ring, they are very easy to earn and very easy to lose too. You will inevitably earn a lot of runes by defeating enemies as you advance through the expansive open world of Elden Ring. Runes can also be used to level up and enhance your character's power and stats. But you should know that if you die twice, your runes, which you've worked so hard for, will eventually disappear forever too. Luckily for you, Elden Ring has a lot of places where you can gather your runes at relatively little risk. At first, you will come across a place called the War Master's Shack when you're starting off in Elden Ring. There, you will find a vendor by the name of Knight Bernal, who sells Ashes of War. From there, you should try and travel towards the southeastern region because in that location, you'll find deadly troll warriors. If you successfully manage to defeat even one of them, you get 1,000 runes each. Now do the math. 5 trolls are 5,000 runes. If you have a low-level character, it would be difficult to kill these trolls. But you should know that they have a fairly consistent attack pattern. So if you target them accordingly, how? Well, you're going to have to isolate the enemies and concentrate on one at a time. You can also level up and defeat these things if you'd like. That way, you will be able to do so without any effort. Though this strategy has limitations because you can only receive 5,000 runes per run, it can help you bulk up if you're going to go up against Margit the Fell Omen. Starting at the beginning of the game and continuing through the boss battle with Queen Renala, Elden Ring does a pretty good job of guiding you. After that, however, you have to consider traveling a considerable distance to reach Leyndell's capital city. Since the world begins to open up significantly around this time in the game, Simply exploring it is probably your best option. Why? Well, here, you'll find a lot of runes between the lands of Liurnia and Leyndell. You can even harvest runes in the East Capital Ramparts, which is a location. So make sure to approach Leyndell methodically and cautiously. After this, you should make your way through a maze of envoys before coming across a guard on a parapet. Then, you'll come across more envoys and finally another guard. So what are envoys? Well, they're also enemies that look like mushrooms. It's easy to attack and kill these too. And if you remember, enemies give you runes. Through this, you can easily earn about 1,000 runes or more, depending on the number of envoys you kill. After this, you should be able to locate and eliminate any other humanoid adversaries by using target lock. These usually don't have enough time to defend themselves, so killing a few will easily earn you runes. If you're looking to gather 13,000 runes per kill, then here's the fun part. In this area, you're going to meet the dangerous Leyndell Knights and a room with 2 perfumers and a guard who is much more difficult to deal with. But you don't have to fight them all. You just simply complete that run and teleport back to the Site of Grace. This way, you can easily make 13,000 runes. If you want, you can restart and continue earning runes this way too. However, there are better ways to earn runes. When you reach the Site of Grace at the Approach Ledge Road, you will find a lot of runes. Try to level up and up your character's stats so that you can be powerful enough to reach Mogwyn Palace. But let me tell you, the journey to Mogwyn Palace is challenging in and of itself, because you must either finish Vere's player versus player questline, or travel to the optional but difficult Consecrated Snowfield. In either case, at the same Site of Grace, you can go the other way, where there will be a long row of Albinauric soldiers in front of you. But there's a problem. Most of them are dozing off, so you have to attack them before they react. Once you do, you can kill each one of them in a few blows for a total rune value of about 2,000. Right next to the Site of Grace, there is a way to earn a respectable 10,000 runes. Simply take a bow from your quiver, aim it at the distant lake, and shoot the enormous bird. It will try to run toward you but fail to cross the opening and die as a result. Between the crow and the Albinaurics, you can gain 30,000 or 40,000 runes per run. Just be aware that there is a sizable contingent of Albinauric soldiers down the path. They drop a lot of runes as well, so you can fight them if you want. But they can be challenging to take on in a group. Naturally, the Golden Scarab is also something you'll want if you really want to maximize your rune earnings. It's a lot like the coveted Silver Serpent Ring from the Dark Souls series, which is the Golden Scarab in the Elden Ring. In other words, it dramatically increases your ability to earn runes by 20%. Particularly if you're employing the farming techniques mentioned above, this adds up quickly. Just be aware that although it's not particularly challenging to find, the Golden Scarab is hidden behind a challenging boss fight in a hard-to-access dungeon. However, there is a way to find the Golden Scarab. First, head over to search the abandoned cave or mini-dungeon in Caelid. To get there, you'll need to successfully complete a difficult platforming challenge. However, you should definitely avoid going to the Scarlet Rot. Once you find it, you'll notice that the abandoned cave is a fairly simple dungeon. On reaching that place, you will ultimately face off against 2 Cleanrot Knights, one wielding a sickle and the other a spear. Consider using a Spirit Ash summon or inviting another player into your world if you're not used to fighting multiple Cleanrot Knights at once. Once the Knights are vanquished, the Golden Scarab is completely yours. And this way, you can just watch the runes come in, probably more than 1,000,000. Let us know if you found this method elaborate and helpful in the comments section below. You can also comment in other ways if you know more, because Elden Rings have many other legends and story gameplay. Subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Press the bell icon to never miss an upcoming update. Thank you for watching.